Lord, you are so good. Blessed be your name. Lord, you are so kind. Oh, blessed be your name. In heaven you are the Lord. On earth you reigned forever. O Lord, how great thou art. Blessed be your name. In heaven you are the Lord. Here on earth you reigned forever. O Lord, how great thou art. I say, blessed be your name. The good people of Biafra, in general, and of course, the people of Igbo in particular. Wherever you are around the world, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. As always, this is Radio Biafra Extra, and I'm streaming live through Biafra Human Rights and Freedom Radio. And I remain George ONYIBE. And of course, this morning, I want to truly appreciate men of goodwill, men of conscience, who saw this evil. They choose to move ahead, antagonize this demonic process in order to salvage the next generation of our people. It really does not matter whose fault is God. They understand the implication of their actions, yet they stood their ground against all odds. Having appreciated the Creator, it tied deep within my spirit to once again appreciate you, Jokpa Uchioka, for my fault. This choice you made, this decision to stand for the truth, Jokpa Uchioka, for my fault. Posterity will favor you. Posterity will bless you. Your actions on this very day will be on the lips of endless generation, for your deed will last beyond the pyramids of Egypt. Maziokomokom, you're not saying anything, but let me tell you, the sacrifice to keep our people in the light, your action to stand by the truth even when you should have run from the evil and bloodied men. God will bless all of you. There are so many people I would have loved to mention their name, but that is not the focus of this broadcast this morning. Let me stop there. I thank all of you who stand to protect the overall interest of our people. It is not very obvious what we represent. It is not very clear to most of our people what we are trying to put an end to. But then there are things that bombast at night. Let our people know that there are people who respond adequately to those issues. Coming back to our topic this morning, which is simply titled, Narrowing Our Energy to Putting an End to the Impediment in the Biafran Restoration Project. There are hindrances, impediments. There are situations and circumstances projected, promoted by certain criminal individuals to make sure that the people of Biafra are not liberated. And what have we been doing? Like our fathers before us, we have decided to dwell on lie, selfishness, greed, hate, and above all, domineering spirit, to the detriment of our people. And instead of us to narrow our energy to the main issue, we are busy looking for who to blame. We are busy looking for how to run our brothers and sisters down. We are busy trying to set up our people. There are a lot of information that is going to come up very soon. But let me not use it to digress in a way of making my presentation this morning. We must understand that we need to narrow down our energy to the real hindrance. Today we are talking about the issue of Biafra restoration. But all this thing, we have been on this crossroad before now. Let's go back memory lane first of all. In 1966, a lot of things happened. Our people were unable to narrow their energy down. It was in February, 23 or 23rd of February, 1966, Adakaboru of the Niger Delta Republic, a Biafra, saw the need why Nigeria must be put to an end. Adakaboru for 12 days fought against Nigeria. And then he was suppressed. The people of Biafra at that time, aside his kingsmen, did not narrow their energy to solve this problem. It has left a very big impediment to the Biafra restoration project. You think Adakaboru issue is dead, and then you must be dreaming. In the same 1966, Chukwuma Kaduna Nzogo, who is from Delta State, was privileged to certain conversations being heard by Tafawa Balewa, Amadu Bello, and other northern elites in London. Because most of these, our leaders, most of you don't know, they are more Zungeruans or Zungerus. They are more Hausa, Fulani, and the Kano we call them Janjaweed, more than being Igbo. From Ojukwu to Kaduna and Zogo, all of them. And this is by the virtue that the British Slave Master Protectorate head office was in Zungeru. And so everybody need to go there to Zungeru, Ugwu Hausa, to be relevant in the government of the slave master. That is why they were there. And so Chukwuma Kaduna Nzogo may be an Anyoma man, an Igbo man, but he was more of a Zungeru, Hausa man, than an Agbo man, or an Anyocha man, or Ndokwa man, or Osimili man, or Igbo man, or whatever you call him. In the same 1966, they made a move which met its impediment. The information they had was how the northern elites are planning to enslave us, impoverish Nigeria, give you the Nigerian you are seeing today. I hope you are enjoying the Nigeria. Change, you have seen the change. They have started deceiving you again. It's all right. And then they came back home. They said, no, we cannot leave the future of Nigeria in the hand of these people. My beloved brother, Efa Jonah, and older people, both people from the west and some from the north, saw this evil and they made a move to put an end to it. And they were impediment. This group were quelled down by our own people. Ojukwu played a very important role. Agbo Yoronsi played a very important role. And now the impediment there is that they did not find out, they did not bother much about why would Efa Jonah, why would Kaduna and Zogo make such a move. It's ended up badly, I must say. And not happy northern leaders who were killed. It becomes an impediment, a hindrance to our liberation from the Nigerian state. And another hindrance surfaced itself, that the current federal position available at the moment were toppled by Biafrans. Almost all the offices. And if I'm a Hausa man, I'm going to feel bad. You want to repair Nigeria, you kill my people, and your own people who are involved in the atrocity, you didn't kill them. I'm going to feel bad. You're failing to review that issue. Became hindrance. It's part of what you are suffering today. Moritola Mohammed and his like descended on supposedly these real saviors. Kaduna died. Many other Chukwuma, Kaduna and Zogo died here in Biafra land. It never occurred to all of you how he died. is a hindrance to what we are fighting for today. If Jonah died in the hand of a Biafra here in Biafra land by our own people, it doesn't give you concern. It's a hindrance to what we are doing today. You think you have swept it under the carpet, and many more died. But it gave Agun Yoronsi the right to rule over all of us, and many other people from Biafra land were empowered. And then the person who was supposed to take over the leadership of Nigeria is General Gundikbe, a Yoruba man. He took to his heel. He ran to London. He disassociated himself. And then this gave room to Yakubu Gowon to be appointed by the slave master to do the undone, to do the do. You know what I mean? 1966, Igbo massacre. 1966, Igbo coup. 1966, Niger Delta Revolution, fight against Nigeria. 1966, evil. 1966, evil. 1966, evil. That would have been a redefining moment for all of us, but there were hindrances. We've not even learned from those hindrances. We're not even paying attention to those hindrances. I'm coming. And then in 1967, my friend, I love him, I don't know why. Maybe because he was not after money. Maybe it was because he was not asking for monthly due and appointing members of his family to gather all the money. Maybe that is why I love him. I'm talking about Dim Chukwemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu. He saw this evil. He made a move to put an end to it. But they were still hindrance. It's natural. This hindrance will always be there. But now, what is important is the ability to develop a defense mechanism that will enable you focus on the main issue and not to be distracted. If you watch my broadcast since I was expelled from IPOB for saying the truth, I have never lost my target. And my target is not personal. And it's not being grievous. I know what the problem is. And I continue to hit on the problem until you see it. And that is, Nnamdi Kanu is the problem. Unknown government is not the problem. ESM is not the problem. Ebubago is not the problem. Our governors are not the problem. Uche Mefo are not the problem. Obidi Obienu are not the problem. I am not the problem. DOS is not the problem. Simeon Ekpa is not the problem. He's a nincompoop. I don't even know who he is. All the recharge card social media world, they are not the problem. All the saboteurs, you know, Clifford Chukwemeka Iruanya, all these saboteurs like Uche Nasibu, Asare Dokobo, they are not the problem. And the moment Nnamdi Kanu, who is the real impediment to our liberation, makes you feel all these people are your problem, you see, you now have the divided attention. You are now chasing from every corner. Tomorrow, Judge ONYIBE is the evil. He collected money. You are now pursuing Judge ONYIBE. Small time and the Kanu say, no, it's no longer Judge ONYIBE. It's Nayanwodo. You're now pursuing Nayanwodo. The next one, he say, no. It's Joe Igbokwe. You're now pursuing Joe Igbokwe. Now, no. It's Asare Dokobo. Una no get sense. And so, Onyeru Alendo Dama. And who exactly now is the problem? And you see why you are busy chasing everybody. The real hindrance is being glorified. It's being shielded by ignorance and stupidity. We can't go far. Just look at the level we are in the Biafran agitation, restoration project. You see, we are almost back to the base. Nothing to show for it, other than there are still few good men who stood their ground to make sure that this gospel of truth is not compromised. Amazobidi made a broadcast yesterday. He said we cannot allow this legitimate Biafra restoration project to be derailed. You should know where he's coming from. You cannot derail this project somewhere along the line. The role you play today, I will see how proud you will be. This morning I'm trying to tell you something. In a single year, a lot of things happen to us, which has the capacity to change our life for good for the rest of our lives. We missed it. 1967, we missed it. We suffered this consequence for 3 years till 1970. And for a while, it looked like we were cooled down. And now we are here again. We are making the same mistakes. And I'm drawing this back home to what I'm trying to make you see. It's simple. If you are a Biafra, you are a lover of freedom. It's not your fault. This is how it's supposed to be. This desire to be free is inbuilt on every man. This desire to be the author of your destiny. It is the greatest gift of God for all, that He made us a moral agent. He gave us conscience, the choice to choose. I think that is the beauty of life. And this cannot be taken by anybody. And if anybody does, you should not take it lightly. Africans have accepted their fate. That is why Europe, America, China, Japan, all over other continent rubbish us. We accepted it. We are eating Indomie, Chin and donut, and we are okay. May the Lord be with all of us. You should not. But I know somewhere along the line, this evil will stop. Kingdom rise, kingdom fall. Check the Biafra agitation, the level we are now. Move me out of the sin. Remove those you have been reprogrammed to hate, that they are evil. You use your mind curtain and assume they don't exist. Let's look at what is going on. I took time yesterday to go different platforms, listen to the message they have, and I wept. You know, the Bible says Jesus wept. You will not understand the implication of the shortest verse in the Bible. He never said Jesus laughed. He never said Jesus smiled. He never said Jesus was happy and then Jesus jubilated. But he told you Jesus wept. And that was because it is not the absence of joy that made him wept, but the magnitude of the ignorance of the people, which eventually will lead them to their Waterloo. It made him weep. These are some of the things you hear on our social media platform. Some people are busy castigating Nayanya. They want you to believe that Nayanya is the criminal. More videos online want you to believe that Nayanya stole our money, Biafra money. It's not Nnamdi Kanu, it's Nayanya. But Nnamdi Kanu say anything Nayanya say is final. And so who would actually be responsible for Nayanya financial crime? I listened to one of Nnamdi Kanu Mugu, and he said, let's assume I paid only 100 euro, and the 100 euro is it's nothing. And I brought in 10 people who paid 100 euro. Is that not 1100 euro? And then this 1100 euro we paid for 1 year. My brother, it has become money. How do we know this money? Who gives account of this money? Like I always say, every leader must aim their mind at one thing. You redeem accountability. You say, where is our money? It's within Nayanya. Am I trying to exonerate Nayanya? Nayanya is a hardened criminal. A hardened criminal. You see, I'm a very big stack illiterate. A very big one. But I also did chartered accountant, University of Port Harcourt, some time ago. So I'm not ignorant. We know the rudiment principle when it talks about the issue of accountability. So Nayanya may not be the criminal because she's not the problem. You can't bring in Nayanya down. They have to do that to remove attention from Nnamdi Kanu. So you think it's in Nayanya. And then Nnamdi Kanu, who is the true evil, the real criminal, in the whole process is going to come up one day after settling with Nigeria and then come to become Jagaban in Igbo land. Will not tell you, yes, every attack on Nanya should stop immediately. You know how he does his things. And then you're going to be as a Mugu you are, you stop immediately. But you are not putting to account people who have died because they believe they're defending the truth. Now your energy is distracted. You are fighting in Nayanya. If you like, destroy her 100 times. You will not get to the truth. The problem will still be there. If you can be, kakwanebe. And then go to another platform. They tell you master prophet is evil. They are paying master prophet. He's sitting on the Kano in-law. The other one is sitting on the Kano sister. Cause master prophet from here till tomorrow. He do kingdom told us that he's a pig they are feeding. She's tired of feeding the pig. You won't understand the implication of that word. And then most of you are now causing master prophet. Now the Kano in-law. Now the Kano is going to come up one day and tell you, now every attack on my in-law should stop. He's a good man. He's a Tiwampu Atoro. Atoro Tiwampu. Hey, he's a man of God. Oh, we love him. Biafran spiritual leader. And most of you are very busy. You are fighting Chikedusem. Chikedusem is evil. We have to kill him. We will destroy him. He's Chikedusem. Or in the same one platform, you are not seeing the impediment. Chikedusem is a cold-hearted man. Very wicked. Look at his eyes. He cares for nothing. If you know the atrocity this man without a voice has committed, let me say, he's not a bad man. But he endorses evil. You will cry. Is that you? Yes, I'm from Inhoma. Inhoma is a low. I'm from Inhoma. You see, Onyoshi. So be fighting Chikedusem. But Chikedusem is a common puppet. A common puppet. Very common. I never see Mugu for my life. Whether Nande Kanu puts on our way the diaspora for Juju, I don't know. All of us lose in a sense. And on our make a respect on her. You be doctor, you be lawyer, you be international, you know get sense. I suppose Chikedusem is a lawyer. I don't know how true is he, but let's assume he's a lawyer. The way now they cannot mess up that guy and use him like a round boy, I can't believe it. And so you can't destroy Chikedusem. Because it's not the problem. You're putting your energy fighting the wrong people. Am I trying to exonerate them? They are part of the evil. I'm only trying to guide you to channel your energy to the real evil. It will dawn on you the mess we have placed ourselves in already. And then some platform now, they're trying to demonize Simeon Ekpa. I love Simeon Ekpa and I respect him. He's just a simple businessman. He's going to make his business to boom. He give you acrobatic, talent display, and you know the dragon, he carry Robin Sherwood sword. Oh God. Enter the dragon, part 1. He ginger you, he now give orders, sit at home, he now tell you how they are going to do, how they are going to... Simeon Ekpa is not the problem. Let me tell you, if we have been fighting to destroy, I swear to God, none of you will listen to, you will not share the radio Biafra anywhere in Biafra land. None of you, let's pray we don't even get there. None of you will talk Biafra again. But Okwande Ba is in Igwe. Let Nnamdi Kanu preach his message and lead us to Biafra land. And we will preach our message to defend the overall interest of the people of Biafra. And we're not fair enough. And that is why you see, we're not attacking anybody. We're not attacking Simeon Ekpa, but we are pointing out their evil. But you are made now to fight Simeon Ekpa. Simeon Ekpa is evil. Go back to Radio Biafra London. Even now the Kano has not given an order for it to be deleted. Because when they make brokers that indict them, they delete it. But what they did not count on is that there are people downloading it. As you are broadcasting, I'm downloading it and keeping for you. I'm waiting for all of you. Useless set of criminals. It came one day. I noticed the way Simeon Ekpa was projecting himself. I studied everything about him. I saw somebody in the system was empowering him. I didn't know it was Nnamdi Kanu at that first stage. And there were a lot of people coming out to show their talent at that moment. I tried to quell them down. And then the day I talked about Simeon Ekpa, I was actually advising him, Radio Biafra should be a place where vital information are passed across to our people. Let us respect our time where our leaders make presentation. Our people are always focused on that moment to hear the truth and the current situation of our position here in Biafra land and around the world. I said, let's try not to create or antagonize that broadcast that very moment. You can collapse your platform, join, at the end of the day, go back and continue doing what you do. After all, it's about 7 p.m. to maybe 10 p.m. and then you can do what you want to do. And then that day, I received series of calls from America. And so the autopilot you see are funded 90% by people in America. But people in America, for you to think somebody in Finland is the one going to save you, your fatherland you left and we are the one protecting it, we shall see how it's going to be. There are a lot of hindrances, but I just want to pick some I need you to know. Over 1,000 persons called me in a single day from America. Some of them, majority of them were telling me, hey, leave that guy, he's doing well. Leave that guy. Yeah, just don't talk about the guy. Don't. And then I begin to wonder, Simeon Ekpa is not an IPOB member. Simeon Ekpa is not part of what you are doing. He didn't go to any protest in America, in Finland, or anywhere. How come some members of IPOB are so interested in Simeon Ekpa? And then that very day, it was on Sunday evening, somebody called me from America. He said, ONYIBE, I'm not part of what you people are doing. But I know you are doing the right thing. The reason I called you is I listened to your broadcast addressing Simeon Ekpa. Now, this is one thing you must know. Simeon Ekpa is hired by Nnamdi Kanu. They are going to change narratives from a pressure group to a political machinery. He said they have built a website already. He gave me the link. He said they have contributed 1 million naira or dollars. I can't remember, but it's a huge amount of money. He gave me the account and everything they were doing. He said, if you fight Simeon Ekpa, you are fighting Nnamdi Kanu and you are going to have a problem. That is why I'm calling you. He said, now, if you will listen to me, cool down, move back, ignore them, and watch what is happening. I did what I did because I was trying to protect Nnamdi Kanu, and by the virtue that I am protecting the overall interest of the people of Biafra. And you see, exactly what the guy told me, I pulled back a little bit and I paused. I never said about Simeon Ekpa. I was actually in a way attacking General Mimo, Chukwumadike. And then Chukwumadike called me and said, ONYIBE, I don't know why you are attacking me. We are trying to see how we can help in this project. I said, Chukwumadike, you should have followed the normal procedure. He said, what are the normal procedure? I said, go to Aruchiku. When you come back, I give you access to IPOB family here in Biafra land. He did it. So those of you idiots cursing Chukwumadike may be anything, but he has chosen to walk a path none of you will walk in your widest dream. For the sake of Biafra. And then I kept quiet. All of a sudden, Nnamdi Kanu begin to drag our head together, begin to cause confusion inside the system, or format them, begin to look for how to remove Uchimefo from the platform. Different confusion everywhere. You didn't know what was coming. Most of you will not understand that for almost 1 week, you listen to my broadcast in those periods and listen to the broadcast of Nnamdi Kanu. It looked like we were antagonizing ourselves. Because when I come, I say, this man is a good man. Nnamdi Kanu will come back and tell you, this man is evil man. And then I knew something was wrong. I started paying attention to everything that was going on. Faith Ogala and the rest of them were recruited. I think I listened to Faith Ogala's recent broadcast. He said they were paying Ucheme for £10 million. And then I discovered that they were paying Ucheme for £10 million. So I said IPOB must pay me 120 million. That they refused to pay me. That is why I am fighting IPOB. For God's sake, I'm not a god. I'm a common laborer, Uguaja. I find it difficult to feed. Everything I have worked for, destroyed by IPOB. I'm still working hard trying to rebuild my life. I have given to Biafran struggle than I've ever earned myself. One of the first branch of IPOB in Port Harcourt was in my factory, Royal Spavers Interlock. One of our head office for IPOB was my church, Sanctuary of God Church. And most of you will not know that my school, Juniper Academy, was the place where some important meetings were held. I run 3 cars when I joined IPOB. You have a L300 Mitsubishi long frame, you have Mitsubishi Sigma, and then you have Toyota Starlet, which is still with the DSS. I was a landlord in Port Harcourt even 13 years or 11 years before I joined IPOB. And so I was not a beggar now. But today, let's not say about my position. And I'm happy all of you, I have not called any of you to beg you 10 kobo in the midst of this hardship. Only one man, my brother in Germany, Hamburg. And when I called him, he was shocked because I don't beg money. Why I don't beg money is I don't want to sell my conscience to you. What Nnamdi Kanu did to destroy me, let me tell you. I know the game. I know the rule. Let me stop digressing anyway. And so I observed them. They hired Faith Ogala and the rest of them. Look at Faith Ogala now. Her frustration never started though. And Faith Ogala, in case you come across this broadcast, about people told me I should not mind you, that you are abandoned property already. You are gone already. Nothing for you. You can't speak Abo. You have 5 children with 5 husbands. We can go on. Now they cannot carry condemned property. Put them everywhere, say he's fighting for Biafra. But it's okay. Electric supply and see how. Okay, thank God, my God. I'm having of location. But let me continue. If you cut off, I will come back later in the day to what I'm saying. And now, I noticed the game that was going on around Simeon Ekpa. Now the Kanu don't know how to project this guy. And so one day he told you, these are the people you should listen to. He now mentioned their name. He was not actually advertising others. He was telling you, trying to project Simeon Ekpa. And so if everything Simeon Ekpa is being promoted by Nnamdi Kanu, Mugu, Nnamdi Kanu zombie, how on earth do you think you can stop Simeon Ekpa? Because Simeon Ekpa is Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is Simeon Ekpa. Simeon Ekpa is Idu Kingdom. Idu Kingdom and Ada Highway is Nnamdi Kanu. And they are Simeon Ekpa. And now you are busy chasing everybody. Oh, Ujemefo is evil. Oh, Bidiobenu is evil. Oh, Hamburg man is evil. Oh, Okomokom is evil. You are jumping up and down. But they are not the problem. You can't bring Simeon Ekpa down. Why? Is it because he's invincible? Untouchable? You can't bring Nayanya down. Why? You can't bring DOS down. Why? You can't bring unknown gunmen down. Why? You can't bring ESN down. Why? Because they are not your problem. Now let's look at one of the publication or propaganda that makes you lose your mind. Somebody wrote an article on how Nnamdi Kanu was betrayed. The problem was betrayed. He said, these are the people who betray him. There is one actor they call Ike. He's from Imo State. Nnamdi Kanu trusted him. Nnamdi Kanu, he now invited Nnamdi Kanu to Kenya. Nnamdi Kanu went to see him in Kenya. And then ONYIBE paid 1 billion. And then Ijo Igbokwe added. And now they now rally up. So they will give ONYIBE governor of Anambra State. And then they will give Ijo Igbokwe vice president of Igbo Man. And other this thing after the Toto Tururu. What are they aiming to? They want to distract you again. So you now begin to say, oh, if ONYIBE, you are evil. If ONYIBE is not your problem. Oh, Joe Igbokwe, you are evil. Joe Igbokwe have accepted the seat you gave to him and he's happy with it. And then you call Ike, you're going to kill the guy? They are not the problem. Was Ike the engineer building Nnamdi Kanu mansion in Kenya? Was it this Ike actor from Imo State that bought land for Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya? Was this Ike account they were moving millions? Nelio Fubu, they were moving millions to Kenya? You people don't have shame. Now, let me tell you what is going to happen in the coming day. Nigeria kept quiet and are watching you. You are down there, you are a leader. Oh, your head is coming back home gradually anyway, because I'm not hearing, let's go to court, unconditional release, competent court jurisdiction. I'm not hearing it. All I'm hearing now is political solution. Oh, General Buhari, I beg your pardon, my son. Oh, General Buhari, releasing Nnamdi Kanu. Oh, General Buhari, it's a metaphor of Igbo people. Oh, General Buhari. I thought what he was doing is legit. I thought it was within the preamble of law he operated. Why? Because when Nigeria goes slam all of honor, most of you who are noble and you are trying to rub yourself inside this mess you know nothing about, you will lose your life for it. Because Nigeria is keeping you quiet. Showcase your talent. Now you're tired already. You're tired. You are singing. Hey, we are welcoming in Nnamdi Kanu spiritually. Women without husband will come and carry fire and be blowing. We are doing ginger. He's coming. Elders will go sweep Nnamdi Kanu house. Bush never grew for the house on a sweep. Idiots everywhere. Now you're going to fight these people. They gave you the name. It's just to distract you. You're going to push and push, fight ONYIBE, fight everybody. You destroy your land. They are not the problem. I don't hate Nnamdi Kanu. But I can't still believe till this moment that this man could be this wicked to his people. I still trying to figure it out. When I saw this man was the enemy of Igbo people in particular, and Biafra in general, I opposed him. And one day, Mazim Efo called me. He said, ONYIBE, what is this thing going on? Everything is you. And I said, Mazim Efo, you want to join them or you want to know the truth? He said, I want to know what is going on. That is why I'm asking you this. I continue to respect Mazim Efo because I saw an angel. He's not a man of many words. He was fooled by Nnamdi Kanu. But Mazim Efo, you are not a fool. All will be one day. Just that Nnamdi Kanu allowed greed to have the best part of him. And I said, Mazim Efo, okay, this is what you're going to do. Let's start with the issue at hand. Issue of Madam Shosha. I said, they say Madam Shosha is a kidnapper. She smoke Igbo. She's evil. She's this one. Madam Shosha is from Anambra. Please find out who she is. Number one. Then find out the age of Madam Shosha. And I asked Chike Doziem. They say Madam Shosha carry knife and start chasing lion squad of Obase. How possible could it be? A woman that is the same age with the Chike Doziem mother carry knife and be chasing young men like us. I say, you will see. People may not know who Madam Shosha is, but they are going to blackmail Madam Shosha until she's no more. And Mazi Mefo looked at it. And for the first time, the picture of Madam Shosha was brought up in the DOS meeting. Those who are supposed to know the truth, know the truth. But people like Isaiah Oba and other idiots, they want to defend Nnamdi Kanu. Aro Mendibu. They turned down everything. I think that Mazi Mefo knew something was not right. And now it's a better testament to the atrocity going on in the name of Biafra restoration. So they are busy telling you who to fight. You are losing focus. Your energy is not rightfully distributed. A rolling seed gather no more. Watch everything they are doing. They must attack somebody to make their matter witty and make themselves relevant. Look at most of these criminals who are recharge card media warriors, as they call themselves. You see, they were never even member of IPOB. The real member of IPOB who worked are heartbroken. And now we are still in this mess because we have not been able to identify the problem. Now, people of Biafra, put your energy on the issue of Nnamdi Kanu. Pay attention, please. Monitor everything he's doing. Go back and begin to investigate him. You will see he's behind all the atrocity. Oh, Asari Dokubo said him. But none of you didn't tell us the role Okeze Ekpazu played in the evacuation of Nnamdi Kanu. You didn't tell us the role Asari played. You didn't tell us the role people who put their life and died played. You are not telling us people who betray him. Asari betray him. Afanyoba betray him. Joe Ibokwe betray him. George ONYIBE betray him. Uche Mefo betrayed him. We collect money and no get sense. We can do this for a very long time, but understand, we don't have all the time. In 1966, February 23rd, Adakaburu moved. In 1966, July 26, Chukwuma Kaduna Nzogwa and his men moved. Even the same 1966, Biafrans were massacred across Nigeria. And then in 1970, a year later, somebody rose up to change all this. We couldn't perceive what was going on. Most of us turned our back on him. We didn't find for the truth. And he, on the other hand, was not liberal enough to tell the people position of things. Make apology. We would not have been here. Today, we have found ourselves on the same crossroad. Some of you are busy defending Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu should be noble, come out, confess his sin. Then we begin to think about how to address his issue. But he's there fighting to defend what he cannot defend. The shame will be for those of you supporting this atrocity in Biafra Restoration Project. Because Nnamdi Kanu by no means must be exposed. We go nowhere. We go nowhere. That is Biafra Watchmen. And so in a nutshell this morning, I'm just trying to tell you, move away from this shenanigan. Just take a look on what is going on in the Biafra Restoration Project. Find out the role played by Nnamdi Kanu. And then it will amaze you why the Biafra Restoration Project is where it is at the moment. Make no mistake about this. This is not to run anybody down. This is not to create false impression. This is to tell you that we have been spending our time, resources, and energy aiding and abetting the same process, the same instrument of our undoing. Let us put an end to it. On this note, I will bring this broadcast to an end. I just want you to narrow your energy to the real problem, the real impediment, the real hindrance to the Biafra Restoration Project. I remain George ONYIBE, and I sign off from here. We'll still continue because we are trying to make sure nobody will destroy the name of Igbo people again. Adi ama awukwa monyi Igbo. Nwonye agbo orugodo kweno mom ya ken no sue. Maka ne mari asu Igbo ya asu ime elia o na ele monyi Igbo. Eya ne konde ni Igbo friend ye nyanya. Tomorrow they say Igbo people, Igbo people, Igbo people. Who be Igbo people? None the canon are Igbo people. Me call ham on Nde wonu. We'll continue later. If you understand, you understand. If you don't understand, benedictions do us in circular. Jesus said, those who have ear, let them hear. Narrow your energy, put your satellite on the canon. He's about to collect